about this stuff. Why the fuck would they give a shit about what's happening in Iran? They're in Florida. What the fuck do they have to do with Iran? How is knowing anything about Iran going to improve their life? How are they going to make anything better or worse in their life by knowing anything about Iran? They don't even know where Iran is.
Yeah, good point. So why the fuck are we warring with them? Yeah, wow. Wow, what an incredible take. 5 fucking seconds ago, you were just like, oh yeah, we gotta demolish them, we gotta destroy the ideology. They're Nazis, they're Nazis. Like, dude, what? Nobody fucking cares about it. Why are we doing it? It makes no sense, man. Make it make sense.
In the sand place. I don't know.
Okay, what's up, everybody? Glorious Leader is speaking. Let's see what he has to say. Let's go.
Remember, it all starts with they cannot have a nuclear weapon.
They cannot have a nuclear weapon.
One of the top 10. I said, well, number 1, 2, and 3 is they can't have a nuclear weapon.
They can't.
And they're not going to have a nuclear weapon, and we're talking about that. And
why not?
I don't want to say in advance, but
why can't they have a nuclear weapon? Why not? They would destroy us. They would nuke us immediately. That's what they would do.
Your former Border Patrol chief, Greg Bavino, said his only regret is that he didn't catch more illegal aliens. What's your reaction to that?
Who said that?
That's your former Border Patrol chief.
Patriot. Call him a patriot.
Well, I mean,
former patriot.
A lot. You know, they were allowed into the country by
absolute patriot.
Sleepy Joe and that group of incompetent people that were worst president ever. The group of incompetent people.
Yeah.
To me, that's the biggest scar. You know, inflation. They caused the highest inflation we've ever had. We've already.
Come on, say it, Asmon.
The biggest scar is what they did. The people that they allowed from prisons all over the world. They came from the Congo, from all over South America. Rough people. Really tough people.
True.
So
this is actually
I understand what he means. He would have liked to have captured more. I'm not capturing so much as removing. You know, we're removing thousands of people, and many are self-deporting because we're going after them so powerfully that they're self-deporting.
Yeah, they roach out.
I think that's one of the big unkept secrets. It's we have thousands and thousands of people, and they're self-deporting. They're going back to where they came from.
Good.
But what we want really is the criminals. We're really focused on those criminals, getting them out.
Just get them.
Yeah.
Go get them.
Right now, the Democrats and also to Americans that are stuck in airports, it's really devastating watching it online.
Airports?
Fund DHS.
What's devastating?
To Americans right now stuck in airports as we speak.
Oh, I saw that.
Well, they just don't. They won't look. This is a deal that was done in the Great Big Beautiful Deal, which gave you the biggest tax cuts ever, including no tax on tips and no tax on Social Security for the
lies and more lies and also just more fucking lies.
No tax on overtime. Tax deductions when you buy a car, you take money, pay interest on the money, you deduct it. We've never had that for people buying cars. If it's an American car, only if it's an American car. But they are just they stick together, the Democrats. I give them great credit for that. We have some that they're not good stickers. We have guys like Tom Massey in Congress is terrible. He's just
Trump sent ICE into the airports.
Person.
Yeah, it was a good decision.
Paul Jr.
Great decision.
Great decision.
I mean,
why is that? Yeah, it's so awesome. Yo, I love waiting 4 hours in the TSA line. Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
I'm a great president, one of the greatest presidents. But I said,
not that AsmonGold gives a fuck about that. He never leaves his house.
Vote for us, and
he doesn't even fucking leave his house, bro.
Yeah.
Then
true.
Yeah.
But we have people that don't stick together, and those people hopefully will someday.
We have people that don't stick together.
About the Democrats, even on horrible policy, they stick together.
They do.
What they do have, though, is horrible policy.
They commit to garbage.
Transgender for everyone. Open
transgender.
Men and women's sports. They have the worst.
Everything's transgender.
You can imagine, and so whether
everybody can be transgender. You're transgender right now.
We have great policy.
I'm transgender.
Republicans have great policy. We have common sense policy.
If we do a draft, I'm transgender. Okay, that's what's happening, bro. If there's a draft, I'm transgender. Unironically.
Yeah.
Are you encouraging our allies in the Gulf to be more involved in the Iran operation?
Why would he say that?
Are you
Why would he say that?
Allies in the Gulf to be more involved in the Iran operation?
Yeah,
What-
I mean, a little bit, but more NATO.
Yeah,
I
be
think
good.
our Gulf allies have been
They've been great.
pretty good, to be honest with you. UAE's been hit so hard. He got hit by 1,400 rockets, shot them all out
You're
of the
right.
air with our great Patriot missiles. Think of it, they shot 100 missiles at one of our aircraft carriers, the Abraham Lincoln, one of the biggest ships in the world, actually. And out of 101 missiles shot, every single one of them was knocked down in the sea. Think of that.
It's
Think of
embarrassing.
what that means.
It's a lot of missiles.
101 missiles, highly sophisticated, very fast missiles shot.
Very
Out of
fast.
101, all 101 were shot down.
How much did those missiles cost, Mr. President? And then how much did it cost to shoot them down, Mr. President?
And now, for the most part, lie at the bottom of the sea.
Nope.
Pretty amazing.
With the Navy.
Amazing,
Pretty
amazing.
Our
Only,
military is amazing people.
only
You know, the
$100
attack
billion
I'm talking
dollars.
about recently.
Amazing.
101 shot. I said, wow.
That's a lot.
I said,
Wow.
you can see we have sort
It's
of
an
pretty
ass
good
load.
equipment that we see. It's called the red line. Those red lines were thick, right? I said, that's a lot. And then we saw them one by one just get shot. And these guys that do the shooting are the coolest cucumbers ever. You know, most people, you don't have a lot of time. When a missile's going at 2,500 miles an hour, I don't care how far away it is, you don't have a lot of time. But I watched them sit down and think. Great students, MITs, a lot of MITs, a lot of guys like this, are not as much into the muscle as they are this one right here. And
Okay.
amazing. Just watch them perform under great pressure
Yeah.
because they have
He's
a matter
calling
of
them
seconds
betas.
to do it. If they don't do it properly, it's a big problem.
calling them
Because
chuds.
These were powerful. These were very powerful missiles coming, and so a lot of people choke. They don't choke. These guys don't choke. They're the best in the world. We have the best in the world. Yeah.
What would be your message today to the TSA agents who have been staying home in recent days?
Staying home.
Amid this.
Oh, because they're not
Well,
working.
some of them are
not getting paid.
needing money.
Yeah.
You know, because the Democrats cut off their money. I blame the Democrats more than anything else.
No,
But
really.
some of them, you know,
Do
they
you?
can get paid because they're not
Wow,
funded by the
wow.
Democrats. This is a Democrat problem.
That's so
In fact,
surprising.
I actually said to the Senate, "Why would you say this is a Democrat problem?" I think the polls are showing it's a Democrat problem.
Oh, are they? Really? Really, the polls are, yeah, man. Wait, there's such a big Democrat problem with the polls, you can
They'll do
tell.
anything actually to
You
hurt
can tell.
our
My
country
poll
so they
numbers
can
are
try and win
great,
the
100% MAGA approval.
that's
And if
true.
we ever went back to our old
They're
policies,
trying to make things
we wouldn't
worse.
have a country left.
They get a deal, Republicans
Dude,
and
this is
Democrats
so
in the
crazy.
Senate.
I forgot to speed it up,
Fund
bro.
all but
So I sent ICE airport.
This shit is so
Get
crazy.
the TSA agents to be paid, and
Yeah, I heard about
no
that.
department. Would you sign that?
Well, I don't want to comment until I see the deal, but as you know, they're negotiating a deal. I guess they're getting fairly close, but I think any deal they make, I'm pretty much not happy with it. These guys came in, they wouldn't pay people. You know, they had a deal to pay. They had to break their deal. The Democrats broke the deal that we had. It was all done.
Wow.
Everything was
I'm
fine.
surprised.
All
They just said, well,
done.
we're not going to pay.
Democrats shutting down the government because they don't want voter ID? Of course they don't.
They hurt our country. And at a very difficult time because, you know, we are,
I wonder
as
why.
they would say, a war.
So it's
They
a big
call it war, I
mystery.
call it a military operation.
Nobody knows.
A very successful one, like successful like nobody's ever seen before. Hey, Venezuela
Nobody's
was
seen
equally as successful. That was a great thing. No, the Democrats had a deal. It was a done deal, and then
It's
they said,
racist.
well, we're not
That's
going to pay. And so
Driving
a
a
lot
car
of
is
people
racist.
suffered over that. And put our country in danger. You have another question? You haven't been here in a while.
Well, Iran, can you give us any more sense of who exactly
Uh-huh.
in Iran it is either with
Well, you know,
you're
look,
speaking with?
yeah, we had. I
Probably
hate to say
not.
this in front of these young people. They're not children. I spoke to most of them. They sound like adults to me, even though they are sort of children. They'll always be your children. But I hate to say it, but we killed all their leadership, and then they met to choose new leaders, and we killed all of them. And now we have a new group, and we can easily do that. But let's see how
All
they
right.
turn out. We have really
Well, there it is.
regime change. You know, this is a change in the regime.
We killed them.
Because the leaders are all very
Yep.
different than the ones
Hide your
we
kids.
started off with that created all those problems. So this was, I think we can say, Jason, this is regime change, right?
What makes you trust them?
I don't trust anybody. I don't trust you. I mean, that's only because I know you. But if I didn't know you, I'd probably have more trust. But I don't trust anyone. Why do you say that? Why do you say what makes you trust? Do you think I trust them? I don't trust them
Why bother talking?
because they're gonna make a deal. They're gonna make a deal. They did something yesterday that was amazing. Actually, they gave us a present.
What was
the
the
present
present?
arrived today.
What was it?
It was a very big present worth a tremendous amount of money, and I'm not going to tell you what that present is, but it was a very significant prize. And they
The
gave
fuck
it
is
to
he
us, and
talking
they said,
about?
We're going to give it. So that meant one thing to me: we deal with the right people.
What?
No, it wasn't nuclear related. It was oil and gas related. And it was a very nice thing to do. But what it showed me
Okay.
is that we're dealing with the right people. 'Cause,
Yeah.
you know, you don't know because the leadership was killed,
Uh-huh.
all gone. Khomeini, all gone. As the expression goes, the
Yeah.
past supreme
Uranium,
leader.
maybe not nuclear.
And then the new supreme leader was racked up, at a minimum, racked up pretty good. And
Yeah.
everyone else was gone. And then many of the people in the third tier are gone. but we're dealing with a group of people that I think turn out. And
Keys to the island? Is
The
that
president, the gift they made to us was very significant, and they said they were going to do it, and
What
it
a bunch of
happened.
nice guys.
And they're the
Wow.
only ones that could have done it. Jennifer?
Related to the Strait of Hormuz and the flow of
Yeah, it was related to the flow and to the Strait, yeah.
Oh, wow.
Who's going to control the Strait from now on?
No, we'll have control of anything we want. Look, if we can end this,
We'll have control of
without
anything
more
we
lives
want.
being-
All right.
without knocking out
Well, how about that?
$10 billion electric plants that are brand new and the apple of
Okay.
their eye. I'd like to be able to do that. Yeah? But they
Just
can't
like
have
that.
certain things. I mean, you know the things. I don't have to go over the list, but again, it starts with no nuclear weapons, and they've agreed to that. There won't be any nuclear weapons. They're not going to have, and they're not going to have enrichment, any of those things. But look, I hate to say that we're in a very good bargaining position.
Yeah.
But, and I hate to say that they're defenseless because, until that last missile is fired, they have little power. But we are in about the best bargaining position. We're way ahead of schedule. And again, they have no Navy, they have no Air Force, and they have no missile protection.
Oh, really? Really? They have no Navy, no air. Well, then what the fuck are we doing? The fuck do you mean they have no Navy, no Air Force, no nothing? Why is the Strait closed? Why is it closed? If they have no Navy, no Air Force, no air capabilities. Okay, well, then open the fucking Strait, dumbass.
Most of their launches we've killed. We've
You think
killed
Saudi
about
Arabia should
82%
join?
of their
Yeah, of
launches.
course.
So even if they had a
I mean,
missile, they
Iran's
can't
the
launch
threat
it.
to bomb Saudi Arabia. Of course they should.
We've been very fast. We have the greatest military in the world. Nobody even comes
Sure.
close. We have the best military equipment in the world. Go ahead.
Apparently we haven't talked to them in Pakistan.
We have the best military equipment in the world, which is why we cannot open the Strait, even though we eliminated all of their military. Even though it's all gone, we can't open it.
Right.
We cannot.
Focus on normalization between Saudi Arabia and Israel.
We have a great relationship with Saudi Arabia. What do you hear with Saudi Arabia?
And that we have been encouraging you to do certain things related to Iran. Can you share
He's a warrior. Yeah, he's a warrior. He's fighting with us, by the way. Saudi Arabia has been excellent, and UAE, excellent. And I will tell you, Qatar, incredible. Qatar took a hit, pretty bad hit. Qatar's very close. They're essentially, you can walk right over the border. Qatar took a hit. They've been great. They've been very strong. Kuwait, they had a little mishap.
Aren't we running low on
Shut down
ammunition?
3 planes
I don't know
with
about
missiles. They happen to be our planes.
If we're running low on
The pilots
ammunition, what
came.
the fuck
Can you
we spend our money
imagine
on?
the pilots saw what was coming. And they said, those are patriots. We're not going to escape
Yeah.
patriots. And they got out of there pretty quick, Pete, right? Pretty amazing that they got out. The 3 pilots lived. They're fine. In fact, they're
Oh,
fine.
those are the ones
today.
from before, yeah.
Yeah, the Kuwaitis made a mistake. They fired.
Fucked
they were
up.
firing at
It's a big fuck
the
up.
enemy. It was,
How do you-
as
they're
the
just still shooting
friendly
long-range
fire.
shit? Iran's a big place.
The pilots are great. They're flying
And they
today.
spend all their money on it, too.
Pretty amazing when you think of it. Yeah.
President Trump, on a human level, how hopeful are you that this peace deal will work out? Like as a human,
On what?
On a human level, not as the president of the United States. How
Oh,
hopeful are you
God.
that this peace deal will work out?
Okay.
You're talking about to end it?
Yeah.
I think we're going to end it.
That's
I
great.
can't tell you for sure.
It's a woman question.
You know,
So
I don't
true.
like to say this. We've won this. This war has been won. The only one that likes to keep it going is the fake news. I mean, the New York Times, you read the New York Times, it's like we're not winning a war where they have no Navy and they have no Air Force and they have no nothing. And we literally have planes flying over Tehran and other parts of their country. They can't do a thing about it. For instance, if I want to take down that power plant, that very big, powerful power plant, they can't do a thing about it.
Uh-oh.
It's like, take me. That's all they can do. And yet, if you read the New York Times, or
Take
if you
me,
watch
all right.
ABC fake news or NBC fake news, you'd say, it's a close battle. It's not a close battle. They're totally defeated.
Yep.
We killed their Navy in, would you say 3 days, Pete? Gone. In fact, I was a little upset with Pete. I said, why didn't you save the ships? We could have used them, right? He said, it's more fun shooting them down. But the Navy was
just, like,
wiped
blow 'em
out.
up. Okay.
In a very rapid
Yeah.
order. Pretty impressive for
Yeah,
you
like,
guys,
blow 'em
you
up.
champion wrestlers, right? When you hear this.
How about instead of doing all that shit, you just, like, get the oil through the Strait so that the global economy doesn't collapse? It's just an idea. I think that'd be a good idea.
You read like, oh, they're doing wonderfully. They're doing terribly. They're wiped out militarily.
Yeah.
They are dead. Yeah.
There are new sense of a timeline. Do you want to get something done?
Right.
I would
Yeah.
like to see
Yeah.
President Putin and President Zelensky sit down and make a deal. I think
Yeah,
they're getting
sure.
close, but I've been saying that for a
Why
while.
are
It's been a
they-
year.
I've
who
said
are the
eight wars. All of them
kids?
should have been more difficult than this one. This should have been the easiest one.
Yeah, it's
But
gonna happen
these
for
two
sure.
Just all the
guys-
children. Also, why does
You'll find
Pam
that
Bondi's
it's not good
pants
for
look
people.
like
It's
that?
people that they don't like each other.
Yeah.
Why does she
I
got
wonder why they
pants
like
on
each other.
like
It's a mystery.
that?
Administration, we're negotiating.
He said
with
the
Iran.
console war
There's been
too?
reports
I heard
that
about
the
that.
Vice president is leading those negotiations. Is that true?
Well, he's involved in them.
You'd say
JD
24 hours, he did.
involved.
Anybody else see
Marco's
those
involved.
children by the
Jared Kushner's
door?
involved. Very smart
Yeah.
guy. And Steve Witkoff, smart guy.
Kids are those.
And I'm involved. I'm involved. Why? I'm going to be so big. Oh, I don't want to talk about it. I'm the president of the United States, Tom. And I'm not going to talk about it. It's beneath me to talk about saving millions of lives. Because that's what you're talking about. You're talking about saving millions of lives.
Yeah.
If Iran had a nuclear weapon, they would have used it. And if I didn't end the horrible Barack Hussein Obama,
He really
Iran
likes saying
nuclear
Hussein.
deal,
Obama.
they would
He
have
does.
had a nuclear weapon 3 or 4 years ago. They would have used it. I would have never gotten
Sounds
a chance
different.
probably to be president. Who knows if
I think he's-
it would have been so devastating.
He's
They
definitely.
would have
He's
had.
a
They would have
beautiful
had it
bomber.
35 years ago. They would have. They would have had the bomb. The bomb 35 years.
Right there. I don't know why. But if we didn't have those the B-2 hit, which
Obama.
despite CNN said, well, maybe the word obliteration said, no,
Where
we
are they?
obliterated it. Just obliterated
Where's my
their
B-2 bomb?
nuclear potential. You would have had them have
Where'd they go?
2 weeks after that attack, had we not made the attack. They would have had a nuclear weapon. They would have absolutely
position?
used
Oh
it.
yeah,
The entire
yeah,
police
for
included.
sure. Yo.
You know why you see that? Because unexpected.
Yo, Israel is speaking right
When
now.
this war broke out.
That's what you're hearing.
Unexpectedly, they started sending missiles to UAE, Qatar, Saudi Arabia.
Yeah, I don't think anybody expected them to
Iran,
bomb everybody. That's
and
crazy.
elsewhere. And nobody thought they were. Were you equally surprised by that, Pete? Pete, do you want to give about a 3-minute statement on how we're doing in this?
Oh,
As I call it,
Pete,
military operation. People don't like me
please.
using the word war, but
All right.
so I won't. But the
Please,
Democrats
Peter.
will. How about a little statement? I think he's done a very good job. Do we
Hello,
agree he's
hello,
done a good job?
Peter. Welcome to
Your
Fortnite.
time.
Thank you,
Please,
Mr. President.
please start talking.
Never in history has a
All right.
modern military. Iran had a modern military.
He's drunk. He's drunk. Look at him. Look at him. He's fucking. He's hammered right now.
Leadership, massive bunker. Never has a modern military been so rapidly and historically obliterated, defeated from day one with overwhelming firepower. The air campaign that we've conducted, that Israel's conducted alongside us, was one for the history books, truly. And it's because we have a president of the United States that when he sends his warfighters out to fight, he unties their hands to actually go out and close with and destroy the enemy
Just let them
as
do whatever the
viciously as
fuck they want.
possible from moment one.
Damn.
And that's why we see ourselves as part of this negotiation as well. We negotiate with bombs. You have a choice as we loiter over the top of Tehran, as the president talked about your future. The president has made it clear that you will not have a nuclear
negotiate
weapon.
with bombs.
The War Department agrees. Our
All
job is
right.
to ensure that. And so we're keeping our hand on
Okay.
that throttle as long as it's
We
hard
got
as
it.
it's necessary to ensure the interests
Base.
of America are achieved on that battlefield. This is not Iraq and Afghanistan. This is not a president who's interested in vague end states. He's been very clear with us about what we need to accomplish, creating the conditions for them never to have a nuclear capability, and that's exactly what we're doing in historic fashion. Thank you, Mr. President.
Man.
You know, the only two people that were quite disappointed, I don't want to say this, but I have to. I said, Pete and General Raisin Kane, I think this thing's going to be settled very soon. Here they go. Oh, that's too bad. Pete didn't want it to be settled. It's,
Having
these
fun?
guys are doing a great job.
Really?
Good attitude.
Really? Because that's not what I remember Raising Cane saying. I remember him saying, Mr. President, please do not fucking do this shit. This is a terrible idea. Please, we're all gonna die. We're all gonna die.
Taking things locally, hopefully not going international affairs for a second. Do you support the construction of the Second Avenue subway in New York City and Winter Street?
Repeat why I like him so much. For my
You know, the second Avenue subway.
Yo, dude, Raising Cane has, you know, like, I give him a lot of shit, but, like, he has a very tough job,
You're
bro.
young
He
guys.
really
It's
does.
longer than you are old, okay? Huh?
He has to, like, because, like, all of these guys are, like, children, you know, they're, like, bloodlust. They're, like, they have an insatiable bloodlust, but they have the mind of children. They have, like, the logical reasoning ability of a child. And so Raising Cane, and I think a few other top generals, but mostly him, he was like, Mr. President, like, we can't do this shit. Ain't gonna work, dog. So anyway, he's making this shit up. Is
That's
what
been
I'm
under
saying.
construction. I haven't heard about the Second Avenue subway in 20 years. What the hell kind of a question is
Raising
that?
Cane, he loved the idea. He said, "Oh, we should have done it
More
sooner."
money on that.
Like, yeah,
I
man.
think in the history of our city.
I think Iran
in
caught
New
some
York
people by
City,
surprise.
and, it's been under construction.
Mainly 'cause
for a
they're
while.
crazy.
It's very sad.
And it goes to show, like, just how afraid these people have to be of Israel, of the president, right, and the real president, Benjamin Netanyahu, for them to not come out and correct the record. Like, I didn't fucking say that. This is the most unpopular war in the history of America. I didn't fucking support it. You know, like, the fact that they aren't doing that, I think is
The only thing
interesting.
worse was Gavin Newsom, the governor of California. His train, I call it his train wreck because it's a wreck. That's been years. It's literally
happen?
30 times over budget. Nobody's ever said anything like that.
Does
And
the
it doesn't
train
go to
work
San
now?
Francisco and Los Angeles like it was supposed to. They
Yeah,
decided
I
to cut
don't
it
even
way
know.
short because there was no way they could finish it. But it's one of the worst.
No,
I've
it's
never
not.
seen anything like it. Other than
How much money
the
is he
worst,
spent on
the
it?
Federal Reserve building for almost $4 billion. A little building that's going to cost a renovation for $4 billion.
$4 billion, wow.
Headed by our highly incompetent head of
15
the
billion?
Federal Reserve.
Wow. So
Yeah, please.
they
Mr.
spent.
President, would you be open, are you hoping to see the Senate pursue reconciliation 2.0 to fund ICE and path to save America?
Well, we'll see about reconciliation. We're certainly talking about reconciliation, I think, Mark Wayne, right? Do you want to talk about that for a second?
Don't settle, just finish them all. We'll see. $15 million for
Thank
a.
you. Lindsey Graham, the chairman, where the committee
train
where
that
the
doesn't
reconciliation will funnel through,
about that?
he is committed to making sure we get reconciliation through. If that is in some form with funding ICE, possibly backfilling from the One Big Beautiful Bill, but also more importantly the Save American Act. There's a framework that we can do through reconciliation, paying for it, put some of the policies that cost money in, because there's nothing more important than Save American Act. I mean, that's what the American people want. There's 80% of the population say they want
Who the fuck doesn't
only
want voter
American
ID?
voting, citizens
Really? It's
that are
ridiculous.
registered to vote, citizens that have done it the right way, and I believe
Yeah, I
that
don't
everybody
understand this at
wants
all.
election integrity. So fortunately, Lindsey Graham has said through.
I don't understand it.
And I think
I'm not
that was
gonna
said
learn about it.
Precisely so well, your father, that we should let him have the last word, and that was it. That was the last
Nope,
word. Did he
there
do a
you
good
go.
job? Are you impressed with
AsmonGold,
him?
have you ever heard of literacy tests?
How about me?
Have you ever heard of that?
Don't answer. Don't answer. No, you like your father better. Okay.
Oh, God.
Don't wrestle.
I hate all of them.
All right. I want to thank the family because without the family, he's not here. You know, he's a different person.
You understand? If I needed shit to win, you're right.
Goes especially for Mom, who looks like she's about 22 years old. I don't know. I see these kids, but she looks very young. But it's a great couple. Congratulations to you both. Thank you. Thank you, Mom.
Was that it? All right.
Thank you very much, everybody. Thank you.
There it is. Yeah, that's about what I expect. I mean, I'd say that was a pretty decent one. I mean, like, again, we negotiate with bombs. Man, they...
Yeah, that's so awesome.
They really have a way with talking about it, don't they? And holy shit. And I guess so. Yeah, we negotiate with bombs. That's a great one. Yeah, I guess so. And it seems like that's working, by the way. It does. It seems like it works very well. And they're starting to listen. I wonder why. Maybe it's because of the bombs. It probably is because of the bombs. So yeah, it can't be money of business. Yes, American population doesn't want voter ID. It's probably 5% Karens and 15% of the politicians.
I gotta say, I do like that they're just saying it. You know, yeah, we negotiate with bombs. You're saying the quiet part out loud. America has always negotiated with bombs. Okay, of course. Of course, peace through strength. This is the American method. It's the American way.
People don't want voter ID because they want to
bomb and brutalize civilians, kill civilians, maim civilians, and then say, make a deal with us or we'll do even more. We'll do it even worse. Fuck you.
Why? They're trying to scam, they're trying to take advantage of it, and they're trying to have people that shouldn't vote. I mean, like, that's clearly what's going on. I mean, I don't know, like, what the hell else you could even expect is going to happen. Like, duh, that's where it is. Like, that's not why. Well, what could possibly be the other reason that you wouldn't want voter ID? I mean, like, really? And are you this ideology captured? Well,
because it is a way to intentionally bar black people and women from voting. That's it. It's just new age literacy test.
I'll pull you up, right? Okay, you're going to get pulled up. And so I'm going to ask you right now, I'm ideologically captured. So what about voter ID is ideological capture? Like, why is voter ID a bad idea? We got like, I haven't heard this one before. I've never actually heard a defense of why you shouldn't have voter ID. So
well, you should watch my video about it, AsmonGold. That's right. That's right. The J-Star broadcast. We made a video about this recently.
I want to understand it. We can't vote with ID anywhere in the world, only in America? Yeah, I want to know this. Because computers are difficult? Well, true, yeah. Oh, this is on about the way you praise about the way I talked about the war? Yeah, I think we should just bomb the shit out of them. Exactly. Like, what's the problem with that? Like, what would you rather do? Would you rather us, like, go in there and talk to him again? You want to talk to him for, like, the 50th time and then have nothing happen? How's that been working? Oh, that's right. It hasn't been. It hasn't been working at all. Because it doesn't work. Yeah, wow. What a surprise. And, yeah, so what do you expect? Like, why wouldn't you do that? Americans and school kids die, so empathy doesn't mean have none? Well, no, I mean, obviously. But
yeah, you're so right, AsmonGold. It doesn't work. It doesn't work. Negotiating doesn't work considering that we're fucking instigating this war. I wonder why. Yo, why don't they want to talk to us when we fuck... By the way, like, Iran does want this to end. They do want this shit to stop. But they also are aware that they're in an advantageous position because of the Strait. And we can't do anything about it. And they know it. And America is like, we're not gonna stop. We're not gonna stop until you fucking do what we want. And they're just like, no. Anyway.
You care about the Americans and school kids that die. Don't you want to make sure that that doesn't happen in the future? Don't you, like, are you capable of understanding anything beyond the immediate reality? What do you think happens if you let a government like that continue to run? Do you think that they're not going to kill people? Do you think that they're not going to fund terrorism? They're going to keep doing that. So, like,
okay, what does that have to do with us? What does that have to do with us? They haven't done anything to us. None of that shit affects us. It's just like the argument like, oh, you wanna let them keep throwing gay people off of roofs? They would kill you, stupid woke-tard. Like, yeah, no shit. I don't live in Iran. I don't give a fuck. I don't care what they're doing to their own people. I don't give a fuck. It doesn't affect us. It will never affect us. I know this because it has never affected us. Fucking focus on me, bitch. Like, goddamn, dude, how fucking insane can you be? Yeah, Iran brutalizing their protesters, jailing them. That's gonna affect my life so significantly. Yeah, man. Like, my point is, none of this is a reason to go to war with them. Not at all.
It's ideal, like, oh, well, let's go ahead and not do anything about it. And then, what, it's just gonna get better? Why would
let alone bombing one of their schools full of children.
It's just gotten worse. I don't think this stops that. It creates more radicals. It always has. How many more radicals did it create whenever we bombed the shit out of Germany and we destroyed Hitler? None. Like, the idea that you can't... So let me get this straight. You think that we shouldn't have a war because they're going to...
We bombed... They were already radicalized. Nazi Germany was already full to the brim of fanatics. Okay? And this is because the authoritarian regime necessitated it. They killed off dissent. Okay? They radicalized people as best they could, and they killed off anybody that they couldn't. When we bombed the fuck out of them, we went in there and we set up fun little re-education camps to re-educate them. That's what de-radicalized Germany. It wasn't the fucking bombs, dumbass.
More insane. Doesn't that make it an even better argument that you should have it even more? Absolutely not.
Like, like, what fantasy world do you live in where, like, the dropping bombs on Nazi Germany is what de-radicalized them? Are you fucking stupid? Have you ever read a fucking history book?
Wars work. That's why people do them. Like, what are you talking about? A war doesn't work. That's insane. You're stupid? There's a huge Nazi wave across Europe. What? Where? Where's there?
Right now.
Nazis? Where are they? What?
Yeah, I mean, this chatter is stupid. Once again, I ask myself, why did these dumb fucking liberals go into these chats, go into AsmonGold's chat, engage with him, and then they just, like, the fucking drooling Patrick meme, okay? Well, like, what the fuck are you doing, man? You're embarrassing yourself. You're making, libs as a whole look bad. Not that I really give a fuck about that, you know, whatever. Good enough for him.
But where are they? Like, I'm confused.
Just don't do this.
I don't see them. I mean,
There are, AsmonGold, there is a growing fascist movement all across Europe, and I should say there are a bunch of tiny fascist movements all over Europe, and you should know they're watching your broadcast! They're watching it right now. They're in your chat, bro. I don't see any Nazis. They're in your
I
chat.
always like to bring up these big words. Yeah, where are they?
Oh my god.
Now I'm just confused.
Where are they?
Well, there's no
Where are they? I can't see them.
Like, what is this? You know, there's a huge wave of Nazi militias in Europe after World War II. Well, yeah, I'm sure there was a bit of an after effect. Yeah, definitely there's some people that were mad. But do you think that...
You can't be serious.
Nazi militias in Europe after World War II, do you think that retroactively made fighting Hitler... What are we doing here? What a retard. Like, we're wasting so much time listening to somebody like this. It's just a total waste of time. Again,
I agree.
Like, it's not the same.
I agree with that, man.
Like, very clearly, if you're going to go after people, yeah, you're going to have some residuals. Of course you are. But the idea that you can't fight an ideology, you absolutely can fight an ideology. You 100% can. You just bomb the shit out of them until they stop doing it. It's simple. Like, the problem is that the government doesn't have a goal that is aggressive enough. If they had an aggressive enough goal, they would be able to achieve that. That's it. Oh, take a look at this here. They interviewed people at spring break. Here we go. Let's watch it.
What college you guys go to?
UTC. FAU.
Sacred Heart University.
Ohio State.
Spring break 2026. What is the game plan?
Drinking, blackout with my rack out.
If my mom is watching, I'm sorry, Mom, but I've been getting pretty drunk almost every day. Hook up with some girls, get with as many girls as we can.
Nice.
And not come back with an STD.
Wake out with one person each night, that's it.
So how many guys have you made out with this week?
I've been here for about 10 days.
Damn.
So 10?
What were their names?
I don't remember.
Name one.
Wow.
Name me one. Name me one. What is the craziest thing you've seen at spring break?
Not that crazy. I've seen people do like cocaine off of boobs. I saw a girl
That's
like
not a big
black out on
deal.
the street. That was pretty exciting. Sunday mimosa drag races.
You see that guy take his pants off in the middle of the club?
There's a lot of famous people down here.
Have you seen Johnny Belisario?
Who?
What?
Never mind.
Okay.
What is the wildest thing you've done down here?
Got with somebody the first night that I came down here.
Pole dancing.
I could expect that.
2 days ago. Stripping
Damn.
and getting in the water. You gotta say. What'd you do? You went something crazy. On the strip? Honestly. All right, on the strip? No, we had to...
Man.
Hoorah.
But yeah, okay, that's...
Man.
What issue facing America is the most...
Here we go. Here we go. Now you are about to encounter the median voter. And actually, that's not even true. Keep in mind, these people are in college. All right? Keep that in mind.
important to you?
What bikini I'm gonna wear next? Obesity is terrible.
Fat bitches. True.
Nice. Not personally. I'm legal.
Getting a tan on the beach. That's the most important thing in my life right now. I'm thinking about Starbucks, to be honest. I'm thinking about Starbucks.
That's the most important thing in the world is Starbucks. Yeah.
The elevators don't work. You got 43 floors. The elevators don't work.
I could take this glass of water, drop it in the magnets. That's the end of the elevator.
I think that like one thing that people need to realize by watching this is that most people's concerns are in their immediate vicinity. It's not some sort of like high-minded ideology that they're working towards. There's no sort of, you know, principled.
Yeah, it's the potholes, man.
The
I know.
in the world right now is that the elevator doesn't work. It's that I'm hungry. It's that you know, fat people. It's, you know, like I want to get a drink. That's it. And there's not, because a lot of people have these perspectives that like, oh well, why don't people care about this stuff? Why the fuck would they give a shit about what's happening in Iran? They're in Florida. What the fuck do they have to do with Iran? How is knowing anything about Iran going to improve their life? How are they going to make anything better or worse in their life by knowing anything about Iran? They don't even know where Iran is.
Yeah, good point. So why the fuck are we warring with them? Yeah. Wow. Wow, what an incredible take. 5 fucking seconds ago, you were just like, oh yeah, we gotta demolish them. We gotta destroy the ideology. They're Nazis. They're Nazis. Like, dude. What? Nobody fucking cares about it. Why are we doing it? It makes no sense, man. Make it make sense.
It's in the sand place. I don't know exactly where. It's somewhere, though. Yeah, that's it.
What have you heard that Donald Trump has been doing recently? Gulf of America. That's the last thing I kept up with.
We're going to war with Iraq. That's been crazy.
What are you doing?
We're going to war with Iraq. That's been crazy.
Yeah.
Oh, man, how about that? He got Maduro out. Oh, what do you do in Colombia? He got Maduro. What do you do in Colombia? He got Maduro out. Oh, yeah, he got Maduro out of Colombia. That's right. Yep. What's up, bud?
He's like trying to sue those people for making jokes about him.
600 times!
You must be happy.
I'm very happy.
The Ayatollah's dead.
Dude, if this doesn't tell you how, I mean, I don't even gotta say it. I say it all the time anyway, but like, education in this country is dog shit, and this is just
No.
What is that?
more
What's
proof.
that?
Ayatollah.
Who the fuck is the Ayatollah? What the fuck is the Ayatollah?
Never heard that word.
Yeah, good question.
What's Ayatollah?
Good question.
There it is.
I thought about that
But you want to go to war with them, AsmonGold. You want it. You keep defending it. So, what's your point? What the fuck are you trying to say, man?
He was the supreme leader of Iran. He's dead?
Oh, yeah.
We killed him. You did? You killed him?
They're actually, like, the thing is that I would say they're dumb, but they're not dumb because they're happy. Like, I think that if somebody is happy doing what they're doing and they just don't care about something, that doesn't really make them dumb. But, like, man, they have no idea what's going on. Maybe that's why they're happy. Maybe that's the reason why.
If you were in charge, how would you take on Iran?
Yeah, all my girls, we would all start putting belts on them.
We got a bunch of girls in bikinis, we make them run across the battlefield. All the guys are distracted, we all run in.
Look at him in his eyes, I guess. Flirt with him.
I'd blow him up.
Gentlemen, you are witnessing American excellence right here. That's right. That's right. Blow them up. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. What do you want me to say?
I don't know enough about it, but I would probably wipe it out.
Cattle.
Wipe it out. Oh my God.
Drop a bomb. Baby, bomb the out of him.
Bomb.
I would bomb the out of him.
What have you heard about Venezuela?
Venezuela?
Yeah.
Nothing.
These people are just a perfect representation of goy cattle, bro. They are lambs to the slaughter, dude. Unironically.
Going on in like Tennessee where I'm
Yeah.
from.
Oh my God.
Have you heard anything else? No.
Oh, we're so cooked, bro.
Honestly, I don't know, and I don't care. Where is Venezuela?
I don't know. I'm drunk. I don't know. Venezuela? Isn't that in Spain?
Ooh, that's a bit of a, not so close, huh?
No.
Go easy on the tequila.
Nah.
What do you want to tell Jesse Waters? You're on his show.
That's the guy who was eating the steak, remember? It's like, if I was a vegan guy. Oh, Jesse Waters.
Do you know who I am?
I do not.
Here's Johnny.
Hi, Johnny.
Oh, God. Well, there it is. That is the median average voter, gentlemen. There it is. A lot of people need to get used to this reality. People don't recognize and realize that the average person doesn't give a fuck. The average person does not care about Iran. They don't care about anything. The main thing that they care about is...
And that's why we gotta blow them up. That's why we gotta go to war with them. Right, right, bro.
Prices. If gas goes up, the war is bad. If gas goes down, the war is good. It's that simple. Unless you have, like, a major...
By the way, I disagree with them. I don't really think these people are median or average voters. But it does give you an insight into what education in this country is like. Okay, you have to understand, these people aren't the average voter, they are college students. They are college students. The average voter is like a decade older than them. The fuck are you talking about, man? These people are not average voters. They're significantly more, like, naive and childlike. Okay, ignorant. Unironically. As stupid as they are. Okay, or as stupid as the average voter is. I'm not even saying that the average voter is like Megamind over here, you know? They're not, like, brain blasting, okay, Jimmy Neutron style. I'm saying that, these people, the college students, they are like the foundation. They're like the baseline. Okay? This shows you the quality of education that the average voter gets. But give these people 10 years, and they'll be like the average voter. I don't know why my camera keeps unfocusing. It's really fucking annoying. I don't know, man. I hope it stops.
You know, event, like, for example, 9/11. These people are never going to think about this at all. And they shouldn't vote either. Well, I think that obviously you shouldn't vote if you don't know what the hell you're talking about. I think that's pretty obvious. I wish more people realize that. Give me a second. I got something in my throat. Excuse me.
What are you doing, man?
Sorry about that. Yeah, a little bit of allergies, I guess. Most of us have immediate problems to worry about, like food, rent, and work. Yeah, exactly. And I think that that's the reality. Is like most people don't care about this stuff because they're not thinking about it. If you want to understand the U.S., this video would be a very good place to start. The median American is not interested in what happens overseas. This is a constraint the U.S. government. Voters don't like foreign adventurism, but also liberates the government as well. You can do whatever you want, and you don't need to build a consensus at home. Do most Americans support the war of Iran? Does it matter? Even asking the question is the wrong frame, in my opinion. Yeah. Do you support the war in Iran? What? What war? What are you talking about? What do you mean? But woe to the politician in D.C. who forgets the first commandment of American interventionism: "Thou shalt not visit the continents of Americans."
No, it does matter. It does matter because, like you were saying earlier, people see what's right in front of them. And when there is a war going on in Iran, what do people see? They see dead Americans. They see their dead friends, their dead neighbors, dead in the fucking ground in a casket. They see a draft on the horizon. That's what they see. That's why it fucking matters, dumbass.
Big, very rich, usually able to externalize the downsides
Jesus.
of foreign policy. Exactly. You read a lot of moralizing commentary on X about how America's decisions will inevitably blow back on the U.S., but this never really seems to happen. And I think also it's because they stop it from happening. That's another big reason. But I did want to show you guys that because a lot of people didn't realize, don't realize how, how people do things, right? How people think. That's the way an average person thinks.
Yeah, man. You're so above it all. You're so much better than everybody. You're so much more well-informed. Fucking jackass. God, I hate AsmonGold. I need to react to more AsmonGold, dude. He pisses me off in all the right ways. Anyway,